okay. On Monday. That's why it's Monkey Island Monday. It's a thing. There's a trail in the hills. Maybe we get to it from there. You've spotted the enemies. Fight.
I'm not afraid.
Oh, he's coming for us. Ferocious monitor lizard, eh?
Let us strike as one.
Oh, Miri. Oh. She's so good. We'll go out the bottom this way, Jeff. I think it's really important to let Valerie just get up there first, and then have Miri just charge in from later. Because Valerie's pretty useless otherwise. Still haven't got her any heavy armor yet, though.
Life is a burden.
Might actually do the thing and leave a bunch of treasure down here.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
Oh, hang on. So we left some stuff here. And it is not here. So when you leave a oh wait, yes it is. Where's the treasure? Oh, it is there. It's just not on the ground here. Alright, that's fine then. It's been kindly tidied up for us somewhere.
Step, step, step!
At any rate, I think we do want to drop some stuff on the ground. Maybe lots of stuff. Oh, I can't throw into it. Dang. Alright. £30, eh? £20. Wow. Yeah, not being able to see masterwork, that's interesting. Actually, one of the things I should actually do is try and swap out one of her bows. Because what has she got right now?
What's the holdup?
She's just got a regular short bow. Which is fine. +1s show up though, don't they? Oh man, potentially have to check for anything we masterwork now, because I haven't done that in any of the areas I've been in. Yeah. Oh, that's a pain. I mean, to be honest, I should just check all of them, but yeah, I missed one. I can lower the tooltip display time. Don't know if I can. Although I don't want to. I actually want to increase it because it covers up the area of Tristan's AoE healing. And it's a pain. Might just hold on to that one just to make sure I don't lose it, because it's worth so much. Alright, that's fine. Just to be double safe. Alright, let's roll.
My life is a burden.
Quiet, Jeff. Alright, so we can go... I think I'm going to go up in here first. There's that little bandit camp we can't do anything with. And that's cleared out. Well, it doesn't look like it's cleared out, but I'm pretty sure that's the fog down there. Yeah, it is.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Ah. Is there an in-game notes thing? I've got to remember about that skull dude up in the northwest here. Hey Durus Fortuta, welcome back. Oh, the main character is a ranger. Chaotic good. And he's lagging behind. I did a barbarian for a few hours when we started, just to sort of get used to the game, and I always like doing that with a fairly strengthy melee DPS. Just I think having it's a good introduction, just to not get brutalized by things and check out mechanics and stuff. But it didn't really work out too well. But I'm really happy with the ranger selection. Usually it takes me about 3, sometimes 4 characters to get one that I'm happy to stick around with. But this time the ranger's doing really well. Just finished. I'm assuming that's Borderlands 2. Got motivated with the announcement of Borderlands 3. Are you going to get it from Epic? Kobold lying in the middle of patch calls out to you. Judging by the sorry state of his scowls, he is the eldest of the group. His red eyes squint from light as his throat struggles to form words. Ow, Patch. Ow, Celestial Radish. Yick, radishes. We grew them back in my village. One day while I was reading a book, my pa grabbed it from me and threw it into the fire. Then he made me go pick radishes. It was autumn and the ground was wet and cold and there were worms everywhere. Ugh, filthy roots. About that radish. Oldest of the kobolds lifts his head from the ground and tries to focus on finding. I don't need all of it. I will leave half what I dig out. Till then, I hope you've seen. I think they're about a year. The Epic exclusives. I mean, 18 on the diplomacy's fine. Lawful neutral. Nice. Tristan can do intimidate and like cool. The chaotic neutral is probably the best one here. What are you doing here? It's closest to our alignment. It's a pretty high roll though. Chew the radish, search for secret truth, small and big. The kobolds who are lying nearby answer with a devout murmur. At least those who aren't sleeping. These, like, look at them. They're drugs. They're tripping out. Why don't you join the war against the mites? Mites silly, but they're also more important things alive. The kobold punctuates his words with a burp, and the others approve. Going to check out the rest of this, but I think we're going to like just attack them and then take the radish. Lonely Shambling Mound. I've got no problem with them trying to do their own thing. I don't personally think they should be trying to turn into a...
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
A Steam store. I thought I was going to talk to him actually. But I don't agree with the way they're doing the exclusive things. I think having your own, like your first party property being exclusive, that's fine. But third party games as a game store, I think a better way of doing it for consumers is just negotiate. Like if you're going to give them higher rates, then suggest that they sell cheaper on your platform and maybe use the difference in price to lure customers across, not exclusive shenanigans. Moon Radish will let me see the stars. Plus I need it for what's his face. What if a woman fouled beyond recognition? Her fingers still clench a torn leather leash. Went into the woods, found many roots, pine cones, flowers, and a dead squirrel. Scant little I can make of that. I must consider where I might gain rarer ingredients for my experiments. Some damnable raccoons got into the hut while I was exploring the woods. Broke all the glassware. The only things left are 10 flat-bottomed glass tubes, 5 round-bottomed flasks, a couple porcelain mortars, 3 pestles, and a precious spiral. Good thing all the pots are still there. All the pots are still there. So many good chemicals wasted. Shame. Need to lock everything up in the closet. Tried to finish... Oh, hang on. Let me get it. There we go. Tried to finish an experiment today, the one I started at the old lab. Used the lead powder from the master's box at the crystallization stage. The liquid foam changed colour and formed a deposit. Another unsuccessful experiment, and I've all but exhausted my supply of essential materials. Caught a raccoon with a snare trap. Didn't get the bastard to the hut in time. Perhaps I should ask some hunters for help in catching experimental subjects. But I must save money, and besides I see how those bumpkins scowl at me as if I've grown horns. Third attempt at the crystallization experiment. Broke the last round-bottom flask. I recall my tutor calling me ham-handed and making me clean up. Perhaps he was right. But he did teach me much despite everything. But why didn't he wish me to develop my abilities? Didn't he want me to learn anything beyond the basic potion recipes? Kept saying I wasn't ready. But in truth he feared the student surpassing the teacher. and for good reason. I shall prove this process works. I'll prove it to everyone. Today an old lady came from a nearby village, asked me to make her goats yield more milk. I had to help, I'm in desperate need of money. Oh, why must I spend my time so? Boring, boring, boring. Several pages remain empty and the writings continue. Observation day 1. Finally, I got a chance I can't miss. I found a dying elf in the woods. She was barely breathing and ants were swarming all over her. Who is she? What happened to her? It matters not. This is the opportunity I've been waiting for. With great effort I managed to drag her to the hut, remove her clothes and hide her behind the bags in the corner. Enough wasting my talents on trifles, it's time for action. Use the largest glass tube from the master's box, the one with the warning. In case of contact with skin, wash off immediately. Ha! The dotting parrot of all the standard warnings. I spread it evenly over her body and began my observations. Observation day 3. The subject has survived. Had to tie her up and gag her. The moaning could attract unwanted attention. Her skin is changing, but it's hard to determine the precise character of these changes. The early stages of festering, perhaps? The treated areas do smell faintly. Observation day 5. The changes continue faster and faster. The epidermis is festered away, the joints are grown swollen, tough and calloused, and the subject has a fever. Observation day 9. Over the past few days, the subject's legs became covered with mildew and moss. Her fingers and toes grow long and crooked, as though she would grow into the ground. I shall move the subject outside. The experiment now demands sunlight. Observation day 13. The body's changes are so significant it's impossible to recall the creature's original appearance. From the way it looks now, a seething growth covers the whole body's surface. Every day I find new kinds of moss, mildew, grass and other plants. The subject attempts to move, had to immobilize her. I try to make contact, but she utters inarticulate sounds alike to howling. Might intelligence be restored to a further stage of regeneration? Day 18. The subject grows larger, several times. She is now strangely quiet these last few days. I'm beginning to worry. In the end, I see I've become attached to her. She will make me famous. Observation day 25. My living experiment shows all signs of obedience. She is much like a little tree, a magnificent walking tree. She is already 8 feet tall and the child keeps growing. I wish to give her space, more fresh air and sunlight. I suspect we shall need some fertilizer. For now, I only walk her around the woods on a leash. This is the greatest achievement of my career. Soon we'll be ready for a journey to Absalom, and there I will present my masterpiece. I must think of a name for my girl. That's light armor. Does anyone wear... Who's wearing light armor? You wear a light armor, don't you, Lindsay? Or are you naked? She's light, naked. And she doesn't suffer from 25 pounds though. It's pretty beefy. And she doesn't... bards don't have arcane failure resistance. You've already got a chain shirt on. And you're naked. Look, actually, it seems like she poured something on it. You're also naked. Should these guys be naked? Slowly shambling up. So it makes me want to know if should we... I kind of want to talk to it.
My life is a burden.
But my only option is kill.
Anything is possible.
Give the order.
And Lindsay was called forth.
I shall end this suffering.
Avenge me, survive. I always survive.
Alright, he just got brutalized.
I wonder what lies.
What a miserable last chapter.
Alright, we might have to just might have to come back for this one later. So we have two things in here. Can't I do an inspection? Party suffers from medium encumbrance, really? No penalty, okay.
The road calls me. I'll take the bait. Time becomes distance.
So we won't attack her. So we'll go work out what we want to do over here. I might attack these kobolds though.
I see something.
Okay.
Step, step, step.
Yeah, that's
Quick, quick, else we miss all the fun.
yeah.
My life is a burden. Let's shake a leg.
Let's attack him. Such an atrocity.
Victory!
I wonder what lies beyond.
Legless Jeff, you just got owned. Wow, you just got murdered, actually. Wanted to steal it? I wanted the experienced Juris, but I think we might just steal it. They seem pretty tough. Or maybe we can talk with them talk it out. Like that fireball, that just murdered Jeff.
My life is a burden.
It's the Gremlin leader fight. Nice. Alright, so the two archers are fine, the sentinel's fine, the flame shaman's the problem. If we took him down, I think unless they're empowered from being
I crave for adventure.
let's have another crack.
Victory!
Yeah, he's not even off the ground, he's already casting. Oh, Lindsay's gonna get a freebooter off first.
Die! Die! Die!
Oh, you missed it.
Serves you right.
lies beyond.
Whoa, Jeff just got murdered again. You're on 0 though, Jeff. Get up. Get up, Jeff.
I can't keep this up much longer.
That's a crit.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Man, these archers are really doing... Like, I've got to get a Miri out of there, of the archers. Yeah, pure hard mode.
Ah!
Look at me.
Tear them apart! Repent!
Since the reroll, yeah, that's this playthrough, yeah. That's to do with hard, like they get a +4 AC. And we've even, like, I put a bless up. Oh, seriously? That's why I spec Lindsay into Freebooter, was to get the Freebooter's Bane. Increased chance to hit. It's just brutal. But the lower difficulty level, you don't really have to play. You know, you just win by being.
My life is a burden.
Your life's a burden? Okay. Scroll of Summon Monster 2. 1d3 dogs. Hey. Faster work crossbow. Alright. How are we on the Oh. Oh, actually, make sure to get some of these. The plants have been badly battered. Is that because we had a fight in them? Wait. Gather a bucket of moon radishes. That would be hilarious. Is there no bucket? No, but I get XP from the quest. Now I'm... Oh. I mean, it's kind of funny.